name is Charles Ajayi Kiran. I work as a professional speaker. I'm from London. We've arrived here today to join with our community here in Manchester in putting on this wonderful event. I'd like to also introduce my co-compare for the day, Mr. Benson Osawe. Benson is the ex-General Secretary of NIDO, Europe, and is also one of the organizers. This is Benson. Please give him a big hand, please, today. Thank you very much. Thank you. What I'd like to do at this point, of course, is to recognize the presence of our High Commissioner, the High Commissioner of Nigeria in the Courts of St. James, the #1 Nigerian citizen in the United Kingdom, and our collective father in the UK, Dr. Seriki Tafida, OFR, CFR, Nigeria's High Commissioner. Let's give him a big hand this afternoon, please. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. We are privileged to have him here. He's an incredible individual, recognized globally as a disciplinarian, but not only that, of course, a fastidious timekeeper, all right, a no-nonsense man, who, of course, has begun to transform the Nigerian community here in the UK, beginning with a mission in London, and we are all testament to the excellent work that he's doing, and we are part of his team. Let's give him another big hand, please. Give him a big hand. Let me welcome my co-compare, Benson Osawe, to take over at this point. Please, let's welcome him, all right? Big hand to Benson.
Here in Manchester, we have a strong community. I think it's the strongest community outside of London, where you have a large number of Nigerians legally and officially resident. In fact, Manchester City Council records that we have about 75,000 Nigerians living in Manchester City Council alone. But we know that if we now look at the illegal plus the legal plus the students, you now find out that we have a lot of Nigerians living here in Manchester. We're going to take the topic on the socio-political and economic integration of Nigerians in Greater Manchester, Mr. Isaac Oyewobi. He is the Chief Executive Officer of the African Business Forum here in Manchester.
Coincidentally, we have a passion, well, I have a passion for Africans, and particularly Nigerians, to come together. I am the president and founder of the Manchester African Business Forum, and we've been around for about 5 years now. We've done a little thing together, but that's not why I'm here today. So I'm here today to speak on socio-political and economic integration of Nigerians in Manchester and in the UK. Let us start by looking at the word integration. This can be referred to as a behavior of an individual that is in harmony with the environment that he lives in. So as Nigerians in the UK and in Manchester, we are expected to integrate with other people in the UK for a better society. That brings us to the issue of social and economic integration. We've observed that over the years, very few Nigerians actually integrate within the community. And I've just sat down to observe some of the reasons why. These are some of the reasons why I feel that we don't want to integrate or take part in community projects. One of these reasons is that we believe it's a time wasting factor, time wasting. When you're asked to take part in the community issues, or you're taking part in any of these things that have to do with community, you think, oh, it's time wasting, I don't want to take part in it. That's one of the reasons I think that we don't want to take part in it. Another factor I looked at is that we always see from reward. What reward am I going to get if I take part in any of these issues within the community, be it political, be it social, be it economical? We see it as something we need a reward for. So because there's no immediate reward, we don't get encouraged. Another factor that I look at is that we don't have enough information about these activities that take place within our community, and we don't bother to find out about them. So we don't know where and where to go to. These are some of the hindrances we're having as Africans or Nigerians integrating within the community. Another factor that I look at is that some of us see ourselves as, well, I'm here just temporarily, so why should I want to invest my time and my money and everything within this community actually. So, and I said, look, there's a way forward. I just want to kind of encourage us to get closer within our community. There are quite a bit of benefits that are not monetary, but they are investments for the future, especially for the next generations of Nigerians that will live in the UK and Manchester. So I want us to look at some of the things that we could do that will help us when we integrate economically, socially within our community. First of all, let's look at it this way. We have children. We've given birth to children who will grow up in this community, in this society. How are they going to feel when they grow up and they don't feel our impact within the community? So I want to encourage us that we should try and find anything we can do within the community, any project. You can take part in politics, you can take part in community projects, you can be part of other community issues. I'm proud to say that in the last few years, there's been a tremendous change in the economic participation of Africans, especially in Manchester. We've been able to come together and promote us to go more into business. Today now you can talk of Africans into different businesses because we've done seminars, we've done conferences, and we've encouraged each other. I know it's good to have a £5 an hour job, but what do you want to leave back for your children? You're not going to leave that for your children. So when you look at it economically, how do you want to make an impact in this society? It's by going into business. It's by investing your talent or your profession within the community. Thank you very much for giving me such an opportunity to speak. I just want to make it as brief as possible so that we can get the points. Thank you very much, sir.
Here in Manchester again, another statistics you might want to take home. When I first came to Manchester, we had about 7 Nigerians as councillors, sitting councillors in Manchester City Council. Today, or as of last year, we had only 1 Caribbean sitting in the council. This year, we have none. We don't have a single African, we don't have a single Caribbean sitting out of the 98 councillors we have in Manchester. It is sad because we have a lot of Nigerians sitting back, Africans sitting back, thinking that the white people should go there and do it for us.
On behalf of the executive members and the general members of the Nigeria Committee in Manchester, I welcome you all to this memorable event, the High Commissioner's Town Hall meeting 2014. This is an event which is one of its kind. The ultimate goal, as I have mentioned in various media publicity of this event, is to bring the community closer to the High Commission. It is a clear evidence of the open door policy under the leadership of our father, Dr. Tafida. We do appreciate your support, sir, not only for this event, which has indeed started to bring the community closer to the High Commission, but for your relentless help at all times. Each time we call on you, you respond without delay. Thank you very much, sir. We could remember how you helped by sending a staff member from the High Commission to the funeral of the late Pa Edmond Ajegun that was earlier this year, and also reaching out to the hospice that looked after Mr. Ajegun before and after his death. These days, our people do not have to travel all the way to London to apply for their new e-passports anymore. Those who go to London for any reason do not necessarily have to stay there overnight. You have been sending a senior cabinet minister to attend, observe, and make contributions to our deliberations at our monthly meetings. Thank you again, sir. Your Excellency, I want to inform you that when we recently approached Manchester Council for a general meeting then, They wanted to know why we asked them for a meeting venue when we are making a house at Plaid here in Manchester. Our agencies, other agencies that may help have actually been saying virtually the same thing. It has indeed become an embarrassment to us. Your Excellency, we humbly request that you consider giving us the permission to be using a meeting room at Appleby House. We believe we can always count on your support. Thank you very much, sir, for all your help at all times.
Ladies and gentlemen, in my work as a professional speaker, I host events at the highest level. I have the privilege of comparing events with presidents and prime ministers regularly at my work. Some of these people, of course, I invite to speak out of admiration of their office. Some I have no real respect for as persons. The individual I want to introduce to you next is a man I have high admiration for. Not only for his office, but for his person. He is a paragon of hope and inspiration. In the olden times, they are called gurus and sages, people that dispense wisdom. He is a man that dispenses wisdom from his accumulated years of experiences at the highest level of impact. He has reached the top of his profession. He does his job diligently. I have spent lots of time in close proximity with him. I've had lots of conversations with him. I've been to his home severally and all kinds of places. He is consistent outside, he is consistent inside. He came to the United Kingdom with a transformational agenda. And those of us who visit the High Commission can say testimony or testament to the work that he is doing, revamping and transforming the entire mission and the population of Nigerians at large in the United Kingdom. I personally am proud because I'm really into high impact people. He's a high impact individual. He's recognized as a disciplinarian. He does not do African time. The minute he walks, whatever events we are doing, we say the High Commissioner is here, the event has to kick off. He does not waste time, does not hang around, does not tolerate disorder. You have heard it say, as goes the head, goes the organization. Any organization of impact in the world, if you want to see the effectiveness of the running order of that organization, look at the person at the head. The person at the head creates the culture that flows down through the entire organization. Because this individual has assumed this high office, the entire mission is functioning the way the head functions. I have the privilege, the singular honor, a man that's reached the very highest level with the highest recognition. He's an OFR and CFR from the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He is our own High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, Ambassador Dr. Saki Tafida, OFR, CFR, our High Commissioner, and our father in the United Kingdom. Can I please ask you to give him a big round of applause, please, as he comes forward. Is that the best you can do? I don't think so. Big hand of applause, please. Thank you.
The Nigerian community in Manchester, led by Mr. Arogo Ade, for putting together this important event. I'm sure you too were given a marching order just within 3-4 days, because I know I spoke to him just a few days after the event, and then he came back to me after a week and said we are ready. And I was just wondering how you can meet somebody in the United Kingdom, say you want him to collect people for you to talk to them in a busy city like Manchester. But at least we are here and we have done very well. And you must have worked round the clock in order to host us today. Dear compatriots, The pursuit of welfare and well-being of Nigerians in the host country is a cardinal foreign policy objective of the federal government of Nigeria, which has found pride of place in the station charter of all of us heads of mission. When you are going out to head a mission, you are given some papers. One of them to present to either the Queen or the King or whoever is the head of state of that country. The other station charter, what you should do in that country. That will include, of course, trade. It will include relating with you people, making it possible to get all that you require within the limit of the resources made available to the High Commissioner or Ambassador. That is why immediately on assumption of duty, I assured that we reorganized the Central Association of Nigeria. I met them. They're working quite all right, but soon afterwards they also had an election, and Mr. Bimbo was elected. He came in with a lot of zeal, determined. He has a lot of ideas of what to do. And to a large extent, he has done a lot of them. But this town hall charter is the first of its kind since the Nigeria High Commission was created. And we'll continue to do that. We'll continue to do this, and in addition, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the entire service delivery of the High Commission has been revamped. If anybody comes to you complaining about passport acquisition or visa or whatever, that is our responsibility. He is complaining. Tell him, I assure you, he is wrong. Or else, if he is right, bring him to me or her to me. I promise to give you £1,000 there and let him do it. Because we made sure that complaint does not come. You can even come to the High Commission looking for a passport. Say, have you applied? He said, how do they apply? I said, what? We're there, you don't know how to look at a website or something? Well, there the story begins. We've had people who told us that they don't know what is even called a website, living in London. What do you tell our brothers and sisters in Nigeria that we have come to UK to learn? But we've had even a meeting of the whole senior officers of the High Commission on somebody on how to use our website. And we're lucky at least the lady has been converted. We don't see her anymore in the High Commission. It means she has been converted, she's been doing good. Today, I feel fulfilled that the good feelings I receive from the community is a testimony of what we are doing. Even though I will not take the testimony of Mr. Charles Ajayi Kiran, said that we are doing what I don't know. But people say, from the letters we receive, they say we are doing well. We are doing better than our predecessors. I don't know. I believe every establishment has a room for improvement. We still have a lot of room for improvement, but not to the extent of not getting passport or visa or whatever. Those are basic. We can guarantee that you will get these when you come to us with the required papers. Of course, some again come They say, go and see the High Commissioner, I know him. A lady or a boy, a man will come, they say you should give me a passport. Have you completed the passport forms? Even yesterday I had one. Yesterday was Friday. I had one. She said, no, she hasn't. Go and complete. She completed. She said she was told that the High Commissioner would give her the passport. That's no money. She doesn't have money to pay for the passport. So these are some of the things we get. They think we can take a passport, give it to a friend, a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and that's all. We know how to erase the accounts and make it balanced. If you take any passport booklet and give it to somebody, you must account for it. This is why, even if you see the High Commissioner, you must pay for that passport or for that visa which is given to you.
versus Senator, A. Dot the Comedian, plus more supporting acts. DJs on the night, DJ Afro B and DJ Osso Jats. Tickets start from £25 and upwards. Night opens from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. For more info, contact 0208 6900 002 07956 333 560. This is a show not to be missed. Get your tickets now.